Marty, can we just have just the strings only in the foldback? Thanks. Otherwise, I don't think we can hear.
That's all there was in that fallback.
Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, awkwardly posed beside Ali here. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this evening. We're sharing the mic duties tonight. Karen, this is Karen, and Karen has played a huge role in COMA over the years. She has done all of our graphic design through the whole period of COMA, as well as gracing our stage many, many times, including on the very first gig. So we were really delighted to invite both Mark, who you just saw, and Karen back, as they were both involved in that first gig. And so it's really lovely to have you back, Karen, with a completely different project from what that first one was, the Vincent's Chair gig. This is a fairly new project, and we are very excited to hear it. So please welcome Karen Donati, the Pocket String Quartet, and the Golden Boy Project.
Thank you. We're the Golden Boy Project. This is a project that's came out of COVID isolation. I just decided to write a bunch of tunes for the string quartet and then flesh it out with band, because strings are often overlooked when it comes to playing with bands. They always book horn sections, and I think strings can do just as cool stuff. So that's the plan for this group, to show you that strings can groove and play in the pocket, hence pocket strings. Our next song is called Blood Orange Jam. Thank you, Julian, on the violin over here. We've been listening to Alex Wignall over here on the keys. We had a bit of Django Rowe behind you. Robin Anthony on the violin. Ali Sinclair on the cello. He's coming. He's coming later. Our next song is, I wrote because I got stuck on call waiting for a long time when I called up the tax office to try to get some Job Keeper last year, because something to do with the spelling of my surname has a space in it, and some things didn't have a space and some things didn't have a space, and I had to wait on call waiting for about 2 days to get through to somebody. So I heard lots of cheesy call waiting music. And call waiting music does that sort of thing where it never actually finishes. It sort of plays for 30 seconds and then it sort of just starts looping again. It never finishes the phrase. So I wrote a little piece. I hopefully have kind of finished the phrase, but it does sort of jump between sections a little bit just to imitate the cheesy call waiting music. So this is Jobim Keeper. So I hope you got through on your phone call after all of that. The next piece we're going to play, we've been making a recording at the moment. We've all kind of been at the recording studio at separate times recording our things, so it's great to be on stage all playing together because we haven't actually heard it all together ourselves. We did a little gig last couple of nights ago on Saturday night at the Lab, which was great. And so that was our first airing of these tunes, and it's great to be here to play them again here at COMA. So thanks and happy birthday, COMA. This piece is going to be the title of our album that we're making. It's called Golden Boy. That's why I've got this ridiculously bright, glittery gold top on today, just to remind you that that's our album and it's coming out at the end of the year. So if this can help remind you, that's look out for it. This will feature Lyndon Gray on the bass. Okay, we've come to our last tune. But before we do our last tune, I'd just like to say a couple of little things about COMA and the lovely things that we've done over the years, because I came to a first meeting, which you might have talked about right at the beginning of the night, a meeting out in the front room like 16 years ago, and it was a beautiful thing put together by Hillary and Luke Thompson and Chris Martin and a bunch of other people, and we were invited along to just discover what this new thing was that they wanted to put together. And I'm so glad that they went ahead and put it together and made this series, and it's been fabulous over the years. That night I went home, they said, oh, we're going to call it Creative Original Music Adelaide. And I went home, and being the graphic designery kind of person I am, I went straight home and made a little logo, which is still being used for COMA now. So on the T-shirts, which Josh is wearing up here, 16 years on, that's my funny little logo made up using music symbols. And then I've had the privilege of doing all the posters since then. We had some fabulous artwork in the early days by Joe Kerlog, which you can see on the posters out there. And then it's evolved into the new COMA branding that it is now, and their website and all the fabulous things. So thank you, COMA, for allowing me to do all that work over the years. And it's also been great to be on the stage lots of times in that time as well. So here is our last tune, and this one is called Hot Pants. Thank you. Thanks very much. Josh Baldwin on the drums, if we haven't mentioned him yet. Woo!
Golden Boy Project, Karen Donati. Thank you so much. I think you've proved to everybody that strings definitely can groove. I'm certainly convinced. I was convinced before, but you know. We have one more ensemble this evening. We also have a very special beer announcement to make before that. So please grab yourself a beer or another drink in the interval while we change over, and we'll see you shortly for the